got a hand-me-down dog. I keep a second-hand cat. We all live together in a one-room rundown flat.
All right, everybody, we are back. Simply Southern Recipes by Rocket City Girls, and we are fixing to do a two-parter. The wonderful things you can do with butter beans. This is our butter beans. They're called large lima beans, but in the South they're known as butter beans. And what we have done is we have taken, let's see, how big is it? That was 2 whole pounds. And we have sorted them. Picked out all the ones that are broken and ugly, basically. Got these in here in a colander. Gonna break these in here, rinse them thoroughly, and then we'll put them in the pot. We have got our beans rinsed. Put them in a big old stock pot here and covered them. Now you want the water to be about a good 2 to 3 inches above where your bean line is, because it's going to evaporate. So we've got that done. Now we add 2 pieces of chicken bouillon. We come back. Now you might have to add more of this, but for right now you want a teaspoon of seasoned salt. Now, like I said, you might have to come back and re-season that. It just depends. Some people like it a little more salty. Now, adding the smoky ham hock. That's essential. What we're going to do is we're going to bring these up to a high for 15 minutes on a hard boil. Then we're going to turn it down to low, put the lid on, and cook them for 3 straight hours without touching them. Got these butter beans in here. Now, they come to a boil. I am turning them way down on like 2. They're going to cook low and slow and get all thick, and cover them up. There we go. Butter beans are cooking. Next on the agenda, we are going to do a ham. So we've got us a ham. It's going to take 8 hours to slow cook this. And my ham is really simple. I don't put a whole lot of mess on it. I simply just do local honey and a few pineapple rings, wrap it up, slow cook it. It's falling off the bone good. So here's our local honey. Just drills it out like that. Just kind of work it in. Oh, this is the best stuff. You know, the honey baked hams, they don't even use honey. They use brown sugar. I found that out. And I much prefer using things that are beneficial to your health. And honey is so beneficial. It's good for your allergies. But only if it's local honey. Alright, now as this cooks, that honey's going to work its way down. Now, let's pour a little bit of this juice, because we need some, with that pineapple juice down in the bottom. And we need to lay a few of these rings Come here. There we go. There we go. Now, we're going to wrap it up. Put it in the oven on 300 degrees and cook it for 8 hours.
I got a hand-me-down dog.
So, to go with our ham and our butter beans, we're also going to make some buttermilk cornbread and have some sweet potatoes. Now, for my sweet potatoes, I always just kind of cover them with some olive oil. Rub it in real good. And then I sprinkle kosher salt all over them and bake them on 350 for about 45 minutes for ones this big, 45 minutes to an hour. And they're scrumptious. Then when they're done, we love to put, we have like a little cinnamon mixture that we put on ours that is also mixed with salt and some good real butter.
I got a hand-me-down dog.
3 hours later, this is what it looks like. Nice and soupy, but it's not salty enough. Not for my family. It might be for yours. So, what I'm doing is I'm adding 1 more teaspoon of the seasoned salt. Our ham still has 3 more hours to go. So, there we go. Looks delicious.
I got a hand-me-down dog.
Well, our sweet potatoes look marvelous. So now we're going to make a little honey butter for the inside of our sweet potatoes. So we've got a whole stick of real butter, unsalted is what I normally use. There is a 1/2 teaspoon there of ground cinnamon. Then our local honey. Oh, this stuff is so good. Okay, just drizzle some like that. Man, that's like dessert. And come back and mix it all up. And then, when we're ready to eat, we just put a dollop inside of our sweet potato. Stuff is phenomenal. And we don't like it overly sweet. We like the combination of the salty and the sweet together. So that's why we salt the outside. Because in our family, we love the skin just as much as we love the inside. Oh my goodness, this is going to be such a great meal. Out of this world good. Now, next will be our buttermilk cornbread. Now we got to make some cornbread for our butter beans. So, first thing we do, iron skillet. And then we've got to put a generous amount of some shortening. in our iron skillet because we don't want the cornbread to stick. You have to keep these pans seasoned. That's extremely important. Never wash one unless you absolutely have to. Alright. Now, this is just plain old good buttermilk cornbread. That's 1 cup of cornmeal mix, not just plain cornmeal, because you want your cornbread to rise. 2. 1 egg. About 1/4 of a cup of oil. Use vegetable oil. Don't use canola oil. There's no such thing. It's a GMO. You're better just having good old vegetable oil and cultured buttermilk. Now, I just add enough until it starts, it's a little thinner than cake batter. Definitely need more. Ooh, that buttermilk is strong. But it makes the best cornbread. There we go. Get it all mixed up nice. Now, you put it in the oven for about 40 minutes. 45 on 400. Or until it's nice and golden brown and done in the middle. Put a toothpick in the middle, make sure it's done. If it's not done, keep it in there a little longer. Now, that's going to be some pretty cornbread. Now, we'll let this cook. When we get back, we'll put our plate together. The beans are done, ham is done, sweet potatoes, the butter, the honey butter that we're putting on the sweet potatoes, the cornbread. This is going to be a fantastic meal. And for pennies.
I got a hand-me-down dog.
Alright guys, my husband just sliced me up some ham, put me a little pineapple on it. Now, we fixing to do some butter beans. I'm going to show you how a true southern girl does some butter beans. You set that right there. Put your cornbread and you crumble it up like that. I will be right back. I cooked these butter beans till they were good and soupy. And I mean delicious. There's those butter beans. You can't get any better than that right there. Now I ended up putting another teaspoon. So that was 2 teaspoons of seasoned salt. The ham-hock, the chicken, 2 blocks of the chicken bouillon. There we go with that. Now, let's do this sweet potato. Hello. Cutting that sweet potato down the middle like that. Squeezing it. There's our honey cinnamon butter right there in the middle. lay us a green onion across that right there. Now, I'm going to share something with you. Not everybody knows this, but you got you some sweet country ham right here. Got you some pineapples and honey all over it. Nice sweet flavor. Here you got the same thing going on with the sweet potato. Southern style, you got to offset that. Got to put you a little Louisiana hot sauce on them butter beans. Y'all take it easy. Come back and see us again soon. We got another good recipe for you.
I got a hand-me-down dog. I keep a second hand.